What's up, Mets fans? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we have to talk about the New York Mets and why I truly believe, and why you probably will believe also by the time you're done watching this, that the Mets are officially back, baby. For the first time in over 40 games into the season, this is the first time I can confidently say that the New York Mets look like that they have that groove, that swagger to them with a depleted lineup still, no less. So in today's video, I'll be breaking down why exactly I feel this way. What have I noticed with the club going back to their massive victory last night at the time of recording this, 13-2 over their divisional opponent, their biggest rival in this season when it comes to actually winning the division more than likely, in the Atlanta Braves. Why that was so pivotal, how they did it, what I love about it, and so much more. So as always, make sure you stay all the way until the end of the video, guys. Find all the details on my thoughts on why the Mets are back, baby, and why you should be excited. If you guys end up enjoying this kind of Mets content and want to see more great Mets content like this, you know what to do by now. Smash that like and subscribe button, share this video with your friends, put on the notification bell, all those great things help us get to 7K subs by exactly June 7th. We're only a couple hundred away. We are growing at a tremendous pace. Join the WardyNYM gang if you haven't. Enough of me talking, let's get into this one, baby. All right, guys, before we jump the gun and get to the point of why exactly I feel the way I do about this Mets club, let's talk about how we got here, and that is because of this amazing 13-2 victory over the Atlanta Braves. And guys, let me know in the comments, when was the last time the New York Mets had a win over the Atlanta Braves with at least 10 runs? I honestly don't know off the top of my head. This is massive over a divisional rival, divisional opponent overall, and the Braves. And it starts off with James Mccann, piss missile opposite field, as you guys see. He was phenomenal, went 4 for 5 on the game, best game as a New York Met by far, I think we agree, while playing first base. So that tells you this guy's versatility, play both first base when needed with injuries, guys like Pete Alonso, among some others, and is also a phenomenal catcher in my mind. From an overall catching standpoint, he's been great, but he had a phenomenal game as it is. And then you look at all the other guys, the bench mob continues to thrive. Jonathan VR, beautiful diving stop on third, doing his best David Wright impression for some of the best defensive plays I've seen on third base in multiple years for the Mets. And then you get on to his piss missile himself. He pinned that thing. He looked beautiful. He's been such a star in the making, one of the most overlooked and underrated signings for the Mets in the offseason that I was so happy about. He had a great game as well. Then you get the Brandon Drury's pinch hit bomb for the Mets. Awesome signing for the Mets that they acquired earlier this past offseason. He gets himself his second home run in just a couple games so far with the Mets this season. Then you get other guys, Billy McKinney, who they just acquired, gets a massive bomb to the top deck on the right side to continue this lead for the Mets. Francisco Lindor, the guy that everyone's been loving to hate, loving to boo, saying he's overpaid, saying he's this, he's that. This guy needs to get confidence under his belt, and he's doing that now. And while the home run didn't mean too much given the lead in the game, you can tell that this was huge for Lindor, and hopefully this is a tipping point for him and kind of refining himself throughout the season, as we're now just 40 plus games in heading into June. But then you get to the overall performance here, and so many things stood out to me. But let's also take a look at the pitching. Taiwan Walker, coming off of the IL from the last time he pitched, was coincidentally enough against the Atlanta Braves. He was rolling in that game, and he rolled in this one. Only pitched 5 innings, but he got the job done. 8 strikeouts. He has a sub 2 ERA in this season. He has been a phenomenal signing for the Mets. I loved it from the beginning, and the bullpen gets the job done in the end. So now let's talk about why am I so happy about this win more than usual. Well, one, it was their first massive blowout win in the season. Out of all the wins the Mets have had, and I've even attended a bunch of them, nothing has stood out like this in the manner with such a depleted roster. When you only have Francisco Lindor and Dom Smith as your really everyday players in the lineup, and they get 13 runs on an Atlanta Braves club, that's a damn good feeling. And then when you want to expand further on the Mets, you had to give credit where credit's due, and I want to give a massive shout out to our manager, Luis Rojas. And I know we have got a lot of people that love to absolutely hate Luis Rojas, and I've definitely been as part of his fair criticism going his way. I've definitely mocked some things that he has done, whether it's regarding the bullpen or just in-game decisions throughout the season, a little bit in the year prior in his first season in the short 2020 year. But what he has done with this club during the month of May has been truly remarkable. The Mets at the time of recording this to end the month of May, as it looks like that they won't be playing tonight at the time of recording this with DeGrom. That would have been on the mound because of a rainout. He is now right around 16-9 in the month of May with the Mets when they've had everyone injured. Seriously, this is remarkable. The bullpen has been one of the best in the MLB. That that all goes in hand with guys like Luis Rojas, Jeremy Hefner, their phenomenal pitching coach, and everyone from top down. They have done a phenomenal job. So give credit where credit's due. Believe it or not, guys, Luis Rojas is on pace to be a possible manager of the year. As much as that might hurt your ears, it is not the farthest thing from the truth at all. So keep an eye on that. Rojas, if he continues this trend, I know that he's not the most perfect manager out there, but he is doing things for the Mets on a night-to-night basis as getting these players to rally around them. And talk about a next man up mentality. That has been the story of the New York Mets all season long. So now getting to the key point of this video, and that is, are the New York Mets officially back? Now, what do I mean by that is, I'm talking about the New York Mets team that has a swagger, that has a confidence that we have not seen in one singular game for the most part all year long. Yes, you can point out some ones here or there, but for the most part, it hasn't been there, with the hitting not being up to par for the majority of the year. Even after firing hitting coach in Chili Davis, they haven't gotten the job done. And while the pitching has been sustainable, for sure, it's been some of the best in the MLB, again, the hitting just has not been on a consistent basis, nor has it been with their top guys. But what has stood out to me here in this game and going forward is how they are rallying around their manager and Luis Rojas. How it's that next man up mentality, and now we're seeing Francisco Lindor and James Mccann basically have their best games as a New York Met in one singular game. And what does this mean going forward for a club? Well, you're getting Pete Alonso back. You're getting Kevin Pillar back. Yes, Superman, who got drilled in the face with that 90+ heater. He'll be back probably wearing a face mask in the outfield in this upcoming away trip at the time of recording this. And you're getting Seth Lugo back in the bullpen. Things are going in the right direction for the New York Mets, and they are riding out confidence that's truly unprecedented. Whenever you talk about anyone in this, whether it's bullpen, whether it's off the bench, whether it's just overall in this clubhouse, when they have their post-game pressers, they are saying how much the team around them, the vibe is infectious. They are loving what is going on. They're feeding off, they're banking off of one another like no tomorrow. And that is something that's going to help this Mets club get throughout the remainder of the season with all their adversities faced, is going to help them propel into hopefully having a deep playoff run. And this is exactly what you need from a club that has deep playoff and even possibly, and don't dare I say it, World Series aspirations. I'm not saying they're going to get there, but they have the right mentality, not just now, but going forward. And confidence will get you everywhere in life, especially as a ball player. So, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you feel the New York Mets are officially back the way that I do? Because there's been a lot of telltale signs I've seen over the past couple days to a week that made me feel this way, even with all the adversities that they have faced here, still able to get wins down. And even if they say go on a losing streak after this video comes out, it doesn't change my stance on the matter. The Mets are here to stay. They have the strongest lead in all the MLB when it comes to their divisions. They are 3.5 games up currently at the time of recording this over teams like the Braves, the Phillies, the Nationals. It is remarkable what they're doing with such a depleted lineup. So you have to wonder, what are the New York Mets going to do when they're fully healthy and actually in a rhythm? Something that they were not in at any point this season. Even going back to the beginning of the year, even when they were fully healthy, they're by no stretch of the imagination in a rhythm from a hitting standpoint or just an overall mentality and performance standpoint. So guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think the New York Mets are back? And if you guys ended up enjoying this kind of Mets content, you're excited for more great Mets content here coming on WardyNYM, please do not hesitate from smashing that like and subscribe on. Let me know your thoughts. As always, help us get a 7K subs by June 7th. It would truly mean the world to me, guys. A lot of great things coming. I'll talk to you soon. Let's go Mets, baby. Woo!